everyone. A particle moves according to a law of motion. S equals F of t equals 0.01 t to the fourth power minus 0.04 t cubed. T is measured in seconds and S is in feet. Now we're going to answer velocity questions when the particle's at rest, when it's moving in a positive direction, and that means negative direction, and the total distance. We're going to use a diagram to draw this part, find the acceleration, and then this graphing all of them together. We're just going to use a calculator, and I'm just going to show you the window you should use. I did this. I also did 0 to 4 and 0 to 8 seconds. All right, so the first thing we have to do is find the velocity. So the velocity, and remember this is in feet, of t, it's just going to be your f prime of t, your derivative of s. So that's just going to be 0.04 t cubed minus 0.12 squared. And that's going to be in feet per second. All right, now we have to evaluate it after 3 seconds. So basically you just plug in 3. And when you plug in 3, you're going to get 0.04 times 3 cubed minus 0.112 times 3 squared. So I should change this. This is t cubed, t squared. All right, and this equals 0 feet per second. Put that in the calculator. All right, the particles at rest, so we're doing this one, when v of t equals 0. So let's set this equal to 0. We have 0.04 t cubed minus 0.1 2 t squared, and that equals 0. So let's factor out the 0.04 t squared, and we're going to get t minus 3 equals 0. So basically, solving for this piece, we get t equals 0 or t equals 3 for this part. Now, what we're going to do is use a sign diagram and see where it is moving in a positive direction. So we have 0 and 3. And I'm going to write this out as a sign diagram, 0 and 3. And our equation again was 0.04 t squared times t minus 3. Now, this we want to see if it's when it's positive. So when you use this sign diagram, let's plug in points. So let's plug in 1. If I plug in 1, this is going to be negative. If I plug in 4, it's going to be positive. So basically, this is in a positive direction when t is greater than 0. And between 0 and 3, we're going in a negative direction. So this is going to be negative. And we could just write it like this. T is in between 0 and 3 when it's negative. And when it's positive, it's greater than 3. Put 3 there. All right. So now we're going to do our sign diagram. And I hope to do the distance on this same slide. We're talking about the first 8 seconds. So basically what we're going to do is start here. Let me move it down. move it down here. Here's 0. This is your S. So here, if I put in less than 0, so -2, if I plug this in, this is going to still be negative. So we're going to go negative, and we want to look at where our particles at rest. It's at rest at t equals 0. So at t equals 0, you plug that in and you're going to get, let's go this way. You start here. At this point here, we're at t equals 0 and s equals 0. You plug in 0 into here, your s will be 0. Now we're going to go negative for t equals 3. From 0 to 3, it's negative. So we're going to go this way a little bit. And when I plug in, so this is at t equals 3, where it's stationary. But between 0 and 3, it's going negative. So plug in 3 into this equation, and you get S equals negative 0.27. So right here is negative 0.27. So here it's stationary, and this is that point. Now from 3 on, when t is bigger than 3, it starts going positive, and it keeps going positive. Now I want to see what's going on when s is 0, because here we are at x is 0. So when s is 0, t is 4. All right, and then you keep going on, and we want to do t times 8. So t equals 8. So plug that in up here, and you're going to get s equals 20.48. I'm going to erase this. 20.48. And this would be when, so right here would be about 20.40, whoops, 20, I'm too far at the bottom here, 20.48. I'll write it right here. All right, so that's your S values here. Now, this means you're going positive. This means you're going negative. This piece in here, when we're doing this turn here, means it's at rest. It's not going positive or negative. And that's when t was 3. All right. Now, I want to do the distance. So we're trying to do the distance traveled from here to here at t equals 8. So what you do is you take, we want the intervals 0 to 3 and 3 to 8. So we do the absolute value of f of 3 minus f of 0. Well, that's going to give you, we already know f of 3 is negative 0.27, and f of 0 is 0. Okay, then we have to do f of 8 minus f of 3. And then we're doing the absolute value because we're talking about distance. So that's going to be f of 8, we already know, is 20.48 minus, I'm going to have to move this a little, minus a negative 0.27. So this was your S here. So when you plug all this in, you're going to get this piece equals 0.27. And you're going to add this piece equals 20.75. So your total distance is 21.02 feet So again, all I'm doing is adding up my distances here. I'm looking at the 0.27, the 20.48. That's basically all I'm doing. You have to do the absolute value because a negative distance, when you're going negative, you have to do the absolute value because it is a positive distance. All right. Now we have to find the acceleration. So the acceleration is, is that right? All right. Acceleration is going to be a of t, which is derivative of v prime of t. So let's do what v of t was again. That was 0.04 t cubed minus 0.12 t squared. So you take the derivative of that, you're going to get 0.12 t squared minus 0.24 t. All right. Now we have to evaluate this at 3 seconds. So we're just going to plug in 3. So that's going to be 0.123 squared minus 0.24 times 3. So that equals, this is feet per second divided by seconds, which is feet per second squared. All right. Now it says draw a diagram from 0 to 8. So what I did is I broke it into 2. I broke it in from 0 to 4 and 4 to 8. Makes it look better. And so then when you do that, you put that in the calculator and just look, what we're looking at is 0 to 4. Just put these in the calculator and look on your x values and go 0 to 4 and make your window like this. So we're going from 0 to 4 on your window and then go from negative 0.3 to 1 because you have to look and see what's going on from here. That's a good window. You might have some different scale factors. On my scale factor, I went by 5s here. I went by 5 units to get to 4. And then I did from 4 to 8. So this is 4 here, and we're going all the way to 8. And then I kind of labeled it this way, and then I graphed it from there and labeled everything. But I did my window from 4 or 0 to 21, and then I looked at from 4 to 8. Let's do this. 4 to 8. So this should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But on your window, you might want to change it a little different. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.